Okay. Don't want to hear myself. Woo! Running super late. That's okay. Come on. Woo! Come on. Alrighty. Okay, let's see if oh, that's not really what I was looking for. One, two, three, four. Hello, David.
What's up?
We are already live, by the way. So
I think we're echoing. No, maybe not. A little bit. Yep, we are.
oh, hold on. All right, I just muted.
Echo, echo. No, not anymore.
Okay.
Put me full screen for a second. Now you're echoing.
What the hell's going on? Are you sure it's not on your end?
I don't think so. Oop. I'm hearing it back.
Damn it, I don't need this right now.
You live on YouTube and Facebook too?
Oh, hold on. Test, test. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Check, check. Hear myself.
Okay, I'm not hearing an echo.
Well, I don't know. I don't have anything on here. Check, check, check.
Hello, Warren.
Hi,
Warren.
how we doing?
Are you hearing
What's
an
up?
echo? Check. 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, I hear a squeaky chair. That's about it.
Yeah.
Do you
Oh
hear
wait,
yourself?
no. Now I hear the echo. Yep, I hear.
I think it's coming from you, Dave.
Where would it be coming from?
Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing, Warren?
No, nothing.
Okay, Dave, say something.
Test, test, test.
That sounded a little better. I don't think I heard the echo that time.
I'm hearing myself back.
Yeah, it's not coming through. It's not coming through on the stream.
I don't know why I'm hearing myself here. Check, 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 check. Unless I have something on.
I somehow lost a hub between here. I understand how that could happen.
Don't have anything else open.
Make sure saying no to this. Oh,
Okay, the link I just put in the Facebook group is to the YouTube channel.
If you say, oh, I should turn that off.
Check. God, why am I hearing myself?
See, I'm not hearing it.
Where else? Where would it be coming from? I haven't changed anything. Check.
No, it's not there. It's not there. Not there.
Okay, they're not hearing it. They're not hearing it in the stream.
I'm saying, why am I hearing it? Hang on, let me check. Let me make sure this maybe because I have Zoom open. Check.
Yeah, it's a little echoey. Yeah, now I hear the echo.
I'm not hearing it.
I do. I
You
hear
hearing me?
myself.
Okay. Whew.
Echo.
So
What?
it's not just me.
Well, I hear me now. Now I'm echoing myself too. I hear myself.
Okay. Didn't think I was crazy.
You are crazy, but that's got nothing to do with this.
I'm crazy. I brought a hub with me. It was in my hand, and now it's gone. Ah.
Yeah, the echo isn't coming through the stream.
Well, maybe we should just go with it then.
I guess I'll live with it.
How bad is it?
And it's faint. I still hear myself.
It's crazy.
All right, can you raise your camera up a little bit, Dave?
Me? Oh,
Yeah.
I never want to say no to this.
that good?
Yeah. Damn, I can't quite get this camera far enough away.
It looks kind of different color too.
That's not what I want.
You on your webcam on your laptop?
No, this is the good camera.
Warren.
Warren.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, it's the webcam. No, it's the built-in camera. Is it good or bad?
It's okay.
I have a webcam. I just don't feel like getting it. So.
No, it doesn't matter. It's fine.
I would be surprised if one person watched this stream. I'm sure people listen, but I don't know if anybody's actually watching. 2 people maybe. We'll be fine.
No, we got four. In Facebook.
Oh, look, here's a webcam. I just found one.
Oh, it's no big deal. I just was curious.
And at least one person over
It's a lot. It's a lot.
two on YouTube.
Nice.
Oh, I don't even know why I did that. All right. That's what I do.
That's what I said. Did you get your thing, guy?
Yes, I did. It just came today, as a matter of fact. Thank you.
Man, he gets it before me. I was kidding.
Well,
Yeah, his cost $10 to ship. Yours costs $50. It's okay. I shipped some computers to Marcus. It was also $50 too.
Did he pay it?
He's paying me tomorrow. He's good with that. Yeah, I mean,
No, I mean
not-
the shipping cost.
No. But I sold him. He took both laptops, so I gave him like a package deal.
okay, remember we're live right now. So
No, I'm saying good things. It's a package deal.
Okay.
And I said he's good.
There's no details.
Yeah.
okay, just making sure.
He had to
All right.
he had to give me sexual favors, but other than that, it was fine.
Understood.
Yes. God, why is that happening?
So this is
Are you hearing
Cool.
yourself, Warren?
test. Oh yeah, definitely echo.
All right, let me mute real quick and do it again.
Now I don't hear anything.
All right.
Now I'm gone.
Do you don't hear yourself?
Now I hear you.
Okay, but you don't hear
No,
yourself.
No, I do. The echo's there.
I
could
don't
live
know
with-
what's going on.
I could live with it, but it is what it is.
Maybe it's I don't know. Maybe it's something wrong with StreamYard.
Maybe.
All right, well let's go ahead and get started because we're past 8 o'clock here.
All right.
Tonight on the Mac to the Future livecast go. That third gen Apple TV is not looking too good these days. A YouTuber makes the first publicly seen M series iMac, but it yells at European villagers and is afraid of fire. Soon you'll also be able to shop via Twitter. I'll just leave that right there. And Apple has a new Mac OS 11.3 Beta 3, which seems like kind of a redundant thing to say. All of that tonight and likely more with echoes on the Mac to the Future livecast. Yo. And good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Mac to the Future livecast. You notice it says Guy's Daily Drive. It definitely says Guy's Daily Drive. But I'm not the only one here. I am also joined by Mr. David Ginsburg. Hello there, Mr. David Ginsburg.
How you doing, everybody?
And that says in touch with iOS.
It does say in touch with iOS.
Shouldn't that say something else?
We can also put suburban Chicago Apple users from the group president.
Well, I was thinking this week in iOS.
Oh yes. If anybody was on Mac Voices Live yesterday,
yeah,
Jeff Gamet is going to be on the show tomorrow, but he said this week in iOS.
He did.
And luckily enough, this week in iOS hasn't been in production in 10 years, so we're good.
Okay, we have he left and then he came back, Mr. Warren Sklar. Hello there, Mr. Warren Sklar.
I meant to do that.
You did.
Just so you know.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, I came home from work, and the first thing I went to do was hook up my new router. So I did that, and then now I'm playing with another toy I got. So I'm like, I'm frazzled, basically. What's
good.
going on now?
He's got more toys coming too.
Yeah.
I got more toys, and I got but I got an Orbi Wi-Fi 6 system.
Nice.
And
I got a Netgear Wi-Fi 6.
Fairly.
I have a dead Drobo.
Right now, I'm not getting that great of speeds. Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get
good. Get a Synology.
But I got this. I got this thing. Did you see my post? It's like it's a stand.
Hey, hold on.
I could put my iPad on it, and all right. So it's a stand, and you put a device on there.
Oh, it's got a hub.
It's also a USB. It's a USB-C hub built in. It was $49 on Amazon, and I'm putting my iPad in it to use it as a sidecar display, and it's awesome, actually.
How well does that work with
that.
the Apple case? Or are we not talking about that?
I mean,
okay.
well, I mean, I don't have an
keyboard.
Yeah.
So if anybody might want to buy that keyboard, I might sell it because I don't use it, so I might put that up.
Just one more thing on the list, everyone.
Well, make sure you share a link to that,
Well, I
to
mean,
that stand.
yeah.
And from YouTube, Brian F says
I put it in
hello.
the Facebook group.
Yeah. You did or I didn't?
I did. Yeah, I linked to
I
it
missed
in
it.
my post.
And I think Frank is with us somewhere,
It
but
must be.
I think he's coming through his Facebook user.
Yeah, because you didn't. Because that's this week in Iowa.
Yeah.
Leo will hunt you
Leo
down,
hunt you down like
like
a dog
the
you are.
dog you are.
Leo could care less.
All right, bad video stuttering on Facebook. Maybe that's part of the issue. It's a stand. It's a floor wax. All right, very good. We've got some stuff to talk about tonight. Let's start off with this right here. Apple's third gen Apple TV, which came out in 2012, can no longer play YouTube videos. The MLB app is gone as well. While some may see that as a plus, it means that yet another built-in application is fading away from the device. Now, you can still use AirPlay for all those cat videos and Let's Plays, but it's yet another reason to start making some choices on what you want to use to stream video from your TV. And we're going to start, I think, with Warren. Warren, what do you think about this?
Couple things. First, I think it's fine that they're doing that because they're old. They're old devices. AirPlays. I mean, you could probably pick them up for free nowadays because they're everywhere. So if you need an AirPlay device, go ahead and get something like that. But the problem with getting rid of these apps is people are going to get rid of these Apple TVs and they're not going to buy the new ones because they're expensive. And everybody knows that most TVs now come with most of the stuff anyways, or an Amazon stick or a Roku stick is like a third of the price. So I don't know if this is going to help sales of the new devices or steer people away from the Apple TV device.
Okay,
Yeah.
Dave?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be something that's going to cause people to just abandon the Apple TV. I mean, at this point, if they've had a third gen, it's definitely going to be something that they're not going to want to deal with anymore. The fourth gen and the 4K version, you're spending $100+ for it, so it's going to be a definite. And I think probably one of these app developers are probably looking at the fact that the processing speed on that Apple TV third gen is slow. And is it worth their time and efforts to be creating these apps? Besides the fact that it has to be offloaded by Apple because you don't have an app store on those third gens versus the fourth gen and the 4K. So I see it. I see it slowly disappearing.
What the device in
The device
general?
itself. In general,
Yeah,
I
I've been saying that for like the last year. That as soon as Apple started putting Apple TV Plus on television sets and onto other streaming boxes, at that point it became redundant. It was never a huge seller for Apple. It never was. So if they can sell the service, which is a monthly thing that they get as compared to a one-time shot with hardware, why would they even bother? Right. So I think they may update the Apple TV one more time for people who have yet to get like a smart TV that has a lot of apps on it. But I don't see them going anywhere with the Apple TV as hardware going forward in the future. It just it's not necessary.
There's a rumor of making it more gaming compatible. That's what people are saying. If they do come up with something, it's going to have a fast maybe M processor, MX type processor, and you could game better on it. So if they're going to do that, they're going to try to go full into the console war. Oh, of course.
Because Nintendo is having like all of this success with the Switch, which compared to like the PlayStation 5 and the latest Xbox is really not all that impressive as far as hardware goes. But that's the device that seems to have captured someone. I think, but that's the device that seems to have captured most of the market. Has been the Switch. That's what's getting a lot of the press.
It's so funny.
I know. We have an audience. Okay, so The next thing I got here is you guys know who Luke Miani is? I think that's his name. He's a
It looks
YouTuber.
like Luke Mini.
Yeah, I know. It auto.
Luke Mini.
Don't you just love autocorrect, auto spell?
Huh. Okay.
There's a guy named Luke Miani who
So-
does. He's a YouTuber. Does lots of videos, and he has created the first.
Luke Mini used an Mac Mini. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he created the first publicly shown iMac with an M series processor by destroying both the 2012 iMac, which admittedly was no great loss, and an M1 Mac Mini. Slow Wi-Fi, negligible Bluetooth, and that's based on my experiences, no big surprise either. No working ports from the outside, and hours of work for bragging rights. Seems to be about as much as can be expected from this endeavor. From the story that I was reading on this, he basically, when he gutted the 2012 iMac, he turned it essentially into like an Apple display. What were those called? It was an Apple display, but it was, thought it had a name.
Not the Thunderbolt display.
Something like that. I can't remember. But it basically it looks just like a 2012 iMac, and he had to use, I guess he soldered on some connections for Wi-Fi and Bluetooth and all the rest of that. But I mean, it's a real Frankenstein monster from what I was seeing. Yeah, cinema display. That's what I was trying to remember.
Yeah,
so
I got the Thunderbolt display.
Yeah, that's what chat room got it.
Now, granted, I'll be here all week. It doesn't seem like losing the 2012 iMac is that big of a deal because, that's a 8-year-old, 9-year-old computer, so who cares? But he pretty much just gutted a Mac Mini, made it less capable so that it would have a built-in monitor.
Yeah, for the clicks and science. I mean,
Yeah, what do you think, Dave?
he did it because we're talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a joke. I mean, I don't even know why he would even do something like that. It just seems crazy. It's all speculation. Or why? I'm sorry. I think it's a waste of time. I don't even know why he even does this.
Because he can.
I guess he can.
Yeah. What do you think, Warren?
I mean, we've seen people putting phones in blenders and will it break? And I mean, this is not new. People do this, and he was smart enough to make one, which is nice. My thought is what I kind of said yesterday on Chuck's show is, I think if Apple released a current model iMac and slapped an M1 processor in it, I think people would buy it. It would sell. So, there you go. He couldn't wait. He couldn't wait for them to do that.
Couldn't wait
so
any
he had
longer.
to do it himself. Yeah.
All right. Next story I have, along with now being able to pay popular Twitter users for tweets, soon you'll be able to shop from Twitter as well through ads and embedded product links. Apparently, using Amazon is just too hard and takes too long these days. Warren, are you looking forward to the days of shopping via Twitter?
I think I've used Twitter 4 times in my life, so I'm good. I'll be all right.
You'll be all right with that? Okay.
I don't even think I don't know my Twitter handle. So,
are you muted, Dave? You're muted.
Yeah,
You've muted yourself, Dave.
Keeps touching things.
Stop touching things. It says you're muted.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, okay. What happened?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
It's still echoing, but okay.
Obviously you need to go to Twitter and buy some stuff
I'm not surprised.
instead of going through Amazon. Well, they've been trying to figure out a way to monetize Twitter for years.
Yeah, I mean it's set up now where they've got the same stuff that they have for Instagram with the live feed things, just like they have on Facebook. Your live feed. So
yeah,
they're trying to reinvent themselves.
All right. There was also, wow, I'm just like not on the ball tonight. There was an update to macOS 11.3 Beta 3. It's now out and ready for those brave souls with nothing to lose by downloading and installing it for both developers and those using the public betas. This machine, this Mac Mini that I have, this M Series Mac Mini is like the first production machine that I've taken a chance on running the betas. And I think it's mostly just because of the Bluetooth issues that I was having. But there's some other kind of cool things that have come out in this beta. It introduces more customization options for Safari with different ways to change the sections on the start page, like favorites, reading list, Siri suggestions, private and privacy report. Also, better ways to use iOS apps on the M1 Macs with touch alternatives preference pane to set keyboard commands for touch input alternatives. There's autoplay for Apple Music so that the party never ends. Some UI changes for Apple News Plus, support for newer game controllers too. And you've put some stuff in here, Dave. What is this stuff that you just put in?
You now can play the HomePod as a pair, because that's always been an issue with Mac OS in general. When the HomePod came out, I have HomePod pairs next to me here, there, and you were only able to play the left or the right
Everywhere,
when you had it in pair. So now in 11.3, you're going to be able to play them in a true pair and listen to them both at the same time.
Well, I only have the one iPod or HomePod Mini, so
I have the two big boys. So,
anything in the beta that you've been playing with, Warren?
Here's something a little shocking. I am not on the Big Sur beta.
What?
I am down to one MacBook. Yes, I sold
M1.
I kept my M1 and I sold the 16-inch to a company that's hopefully gonna pay me for it.
That would be nice.
Nice.
My plan, yes. So my plan is this. My plan is to
It's got to be Frank.
use the M1.
Use the M1 for what?
For everything, and then I'm gonna use Sidecar as an external display. And then I'm getting my mom's old iMac 2014, which I'm gonna play around with the betas on. So, by next week I'll be back on the beta on at least one machine, so everything will be good.
God, I was just thinking about today how many Macs I have here in the house. I've got the M1 Mac Mini. I've got a 2014 Mac Mini, which is like my Steam machine. I've got the 2018 MacBook Air that I got from you, Warren. I've got the 27-inch 2017 iMac that I'm giving to Tracy. And I've got a 2013 15-inch MacBook Pro. It's like, why do I have all of these computers?
Yeah.
I need two computers. I need one for the desk and I need one as my mobile machine. And I've got more. I don't know why.
I like to have one big laptop generally and one small laptop. That's kind of how I like to roll. So, but yeah, I'm down to just two laptops. I got a Windows laptop, a nice one, and this laptop. So I'm feeling a little scared, to be honest with you.
At any time, your technological world could come crashing down to your knees.
I have no laptops.
You went from having all the laptops to none of the laptops. All right. I don't really have anything else. This might be like a super short show, unless you guys have anything else that you want to talk about tonight. Is there anything from the chat room, anything that you guys want us to talk about or anything that you want to bring up?
The Paramount Plus channel is going to be live tomorrow, as of tomorrow. That's happening. And then
are they going to give like credit for people who were already on CBS All Access?
It just transfers over. I actually signed up for the CBS All Access ahead of time, the $50 for a full year. So I'm covered for the year and it'll just transfer over. So yeah,
I need to check and see. I don't even know what I've got for CBS All Access. I was so I was so disappointed in some of their offerings and the way they had us. The one thing, and we can talk about this. The couple of things that really pissed me off about CBS All Access. One was they were talking about having like this huge library of shows. So you had Taxi, you had I Love Lucy, you had the Dick Van Dyke Show, you had all of these fantastic classic shows that you could watch. Except it wasn't all the episodes.
Mm-hmm.
If you went and looked at even if you had the non-ad version, you went and looked at Taxi. There were huge parts of that show that just wasn't there. So it's like, well, then why are you even offering it if you're not going to show the whole thing? I never understood that, and I'm hoping with Paramount Plus. Well, look, it's CBS. They own Paramount. They own all of the content that Paramount has ever come out with the exception of possibly some syndication deals in various parts of the country that I don't know, maybe Channel 36 in Oshkosh Bagosh has, the distribution rights to the Dick Van Dyke Show or something. I don't know. But for the most part, they control all of that content. And the only reason I could come up with as to why they wouldn't show all of the episodes was that there were still people buying seasons on DVD.
It's distribution. It's probably Netflix. It's like Pluto TV. It's like all those other services that are offering all these shows. They probably signed a license agreement. Roku is another one. They have a license agreement that those episodes are exclusive to that specific platform. It was kind of like what the way The Office was, where The Office was on all the other platforms on Netflix. Well, it's off Netflix now because that's a NBC got back the rights to it because they had sold off the rights for many years. I mean, was it the Pluto TV? I think you can go on the Love Boat and One Day at a Time and All in the Family, and they have like dedicated channels just to those shows that you can watch anytime you feel like it. Yeah, granted, you gotta sit there and watch commercials, but all those shows are now out, are on there. And Brian FC says the back catalog isn't bad on CBS Paramount.
Well, here's the crazy thing about this is that CBS didn't own Paramount during all these years, as so many of these shows did. Well, there were other. I mean, Paramount was its own thing, and then it was split off, and then it became part of Viacom. Then it became part of this and that and that.
And Viacom bought CBS.
And then so they've and the weird thing was, now you're a Star Trek fan, right?
Yep.
Okay. Who had Star Trek? Paramount did. Right. Where was Star Trek first played? NBC.
NBC.
And NBC and Desilu put up the money to make the original series.
Right.
Gene Roddenberry pitched Star Trek to CBS before any of that happened.
And look what happened.
and CBS turned them down. And what they did instead, they did Lost in Space, based partly on the enthusiasm that I guess that they felt after Roddenberry pitched Star Trek. So, and here we are, years and years and years later, you don't even see the original Lost in Space and syndication really anywhere. I can't remember the last time I'd seen anyone showing Lost in Space
everywhere.
Episodes.
I mean, you see Seinfeld every other minute there on many of these local channels, and there's a lot of those types of shows that they have licensing for that. So you're not, even though Seinfeld was on NBC, you're not going to see it. You don't see it on Peacock, I don't think. I may be incorrect with that, but that's how they got the licensing in place when they syndicated out these shows. I mean, just like Star Trek Discovery, you could only watch it in the United States on CBS All Access, now Paramount, but they also have a license deal with Netflix that can be shown anywhere else in the world.
In Europe, right?
In Europe, and in England. So I was doing that. I had figured out this is kind of cool. I got ExpressVPN. I went on VPN. I signed in. Oh, look, I could watch Star Trek Discovery on Netflix. So just for grins. So. But no, it's all licensing. I think that's all really boils down to is how the HBO Max. That's another one. HBO Max has exclusive rights to The Big Bang Theory. That's CBS. I don't know if CBS also shows it or not. I can't remember off the top of my head, but HBO Max has a lot of shows. I think they have Friends too, and that was NBC. So, and that
so they're showing network television on HBO Max.
Yeah, they have all 10 seasons of Friends on HBO Max. And
really, I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, and they have all 12 seasons of Big Bang Theory on HBO Max.
Well, one thing that I found that was kind of interesting was that I had a thought and it just went like flew right out of my head. We were talking about licensing, we were talking about syndication. This is so embarrassing. I hate when this happens. Peacock Network. What the Peacock Network has done is what all of these channels should be doing, which is you have a free version with ads, which is fine, and then you have a paid version without ads. Right. And CBS All Access, Paramount now, Paramount Plus, Disney Plus, all of these streaming services, for the most part, don't have a free tier. They have like a less cost, a less cost paid option with ads, and then a paid version without ads. And that's, to me, that's really not the way that you want to go, especially when you're just starting out trying to build an audience. I think the Peacock Network has the right idea. You bring a lot of content to the table. You let people watch it for free. All they have to do is just watch an ad every once in a while. And then you slowly get them used to having that content. And then little by little, you say, okay, well, if you want to see this without ads, it's going to cost you just this little pittance per month. And I think that's the way to go as compared to what all these other streaming stations or streaming services are doing. That sooner or later, it's just going to come back and bite them in the ass, because a big reason why so many people have cut the cord and dropped cable was because cable companies were charging outrageous prices. I was paying $130 to $150 a month just for cable, not even counting internet. Right. And I figured, okay, I'm going to cut the cord, and I'm just going to get the channels that I want. So then I ended up with Apple TV Plus, and I ended up with Disney, I ended up with Netflix, and I ended up with Hulu, and I ended up with all of these services. And now I'm paying
not just as much,
just about as much as I was paying before. And I think that that there's going to be a shakeup here, and there needs to be a shakeup, and just to get these people to wrap their heads around, for years and years and years, you offered us this stuff for free. All we had to do was watch ads. So do that again.
Right.
It's not that hard. All right. Well, I feel, I other than that senior moment, I think I was all right there. It wasn't too much of a soapbox to stand on. Money Talks, a guy moment. It was definitely a guy moment. And Frank has gone to StreamYard.com/Facebook.
That's because I told him to.
And Hulu, I'm spending $50 a month on Hulu.
Because you have the local channels on there too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but at the same time, I also have this other service, and I can't remember what the name of it is off the top of my head, that also offers me some of the local channels, but it's always under threat of litigation. So I figured I'd just go ahead and plus with Hulu, you get the higher tier, and then we got, NFL football and college football and all the stuff that we were missing, because ESPN Plus that you get through the Disney bundle sucks. It's useless.
That's the problem. But that's a problem. You just said the problem. The problem is sports with all these streaming services.
Yep.
None of those streaming services get sports. And there was an article saying that Apple is talking about getting the NFL, which would be nice.
Yeah, they're talking to do the changes here. So
Lowcast, that was it.
Lowcast, Lowcast. That's, you could pay $5 a month for that, and you get all your local channels.
Well, we have them all right now, except for, I think, CBS. they, for whatever reason, I guess maybe they were threatening them or whatever. Yeah, well,
an antenna does, but antenna's a pain in the butt.
not only is it a pain in the butt, but depending on how far away the broadcast towers are, it's not like it was. Right. It's not like it was when it was VHF and UHF, where you had these huge antennas that were just pumping out signal. Now you have these relatively smaller towers that have, for the most part, they're streaming up to satellites, and they are still broadcasting, but it's done on a much lower powered level than it was before. They're not interested in going 50 miles, 100 miles away to mom and pa kettle who only have the rabbit ears on top of the TV set. Those days are gone.
Right.
They're pumping it out to the big networks so that they can watch it all there. Okay.
There's digital antennas. I mean,
yeah.
It's not just who cares?
No,
well, I mean, digital antennas is that's really the only way you can go now.
I mean, I'm in Chicago, so I have a big market. Yeah. I'm in an area where, depending on where I put the antenna up in my roof, I could easily do it. But do I want to go through that hassle? No.
Right. Well, and again, it used to be you would just get some rabbit ears, you'd plug an F connector onto the back of your TV set, and you were done.
Exactly.
And I'd pick, this is back, in the days when I lived in Fort Lauderdale, I'd pick up stations from West Palm Beach to the north and Miami to the south, and they came in fine.
Right.
But you can't do that anymore. It doesn't work like that anymore.
Not now. It's digital. Nope.
Yeah. So progress.
Yeah. But it looks better.
One other thing I wanted to bring up was MacStock 2021. That is changing. Unfortunately, Mike Potter, he did post a YouTube video to go through it. It was kind of a cool video. You should check it out. He did a tour of the Woodstock Square where Groundhog Day. Yeah. Groundhog Day was filmed, and that's where his office is too. So, he was doing some evaluations of it all, and it just came down to the fact that there's no guarantee that things are going to open up here in Illinois. And even if the McHenry County College were to open up by June, that doesn't give them enough time to plan for it. So I think he made a wise decision that we're going to go virtual again. So I more than likely will probably be helping him out in producing. And then you and I, Guy, talked about some other stuff we might do. And I think it'll be it turned out great last year with virtual. We'll have some great fun and presentations. And I think it was a good decision. And let's shoot for 2022 and go back in person. I mean, believe me, I miss all you guys. Guy can attest to it too. It's such, I've been there all 5 years in person, and the 6th year was virtual. So now we're on year 7, and then we'll be in year 8, and that's where we'll be able to see each other again. So, well,
you and I will probably meet in July because I'm planning on going to Woodstock to give Mike a hand there in Woodstock.
That's the plan.
So hopefully, we won't be playing, Jack, over at the bar across from the Hampton Inn, because, when you just have 2 people, it's not nearly as much fun.
No.
But it'll still be good to get together.
We'll get a good production on, help him with it, and make it even a more improved production than it was last year. But it still was pretty gosh darn good for what we did last year. So, and it'll be a lot of fun, and there'll be plenty of topics. We have a great community, so I think it'll be great. And I just wanted to make sure listeners knew about that, and the viewers, and more to come.
Yep. So make sure you go on over to has he got a URL for it yet?
Still, probably MacStock Conference and Expo.com is probably the best way to get to it still. I don't know if he's I haven't looked at his website.
Well, if you just do a Google search for MacStock, not the music festival, but the MacStock Conference and Expo, you'll be able to go on over to Mike's website and get all the current information on what's going on there. And we'll talk more about it, not only on this show. I'm sure you guys will talk about it on In Touch with iOS as well.
Yeah, it's MacStock Conference and Expo.com.
Okay, so everybody make sure you go on over and check that out. That, I think, is going to do it for tonight. Warren, if people wanted to get a hold of you, what would they have to do?
Don't tweet me because I don't know how to do it. So I do this show. I did this show yesterday. I did the show yesterday with Chuck and you guys. I won't be in tomorrow. I am doing a sleep study overnight, so that's going to be fun.
No, it's not going to be fun.
And the Facebook.
You end
group.
up with, at the end of it. You end up with a CPAP machine.
No, he already has one.
Oh,
No, I already have one. This is for more. Studies.
Me too.
Yeah. Yeah. We all do. Nice.
Yeah, I feel like I'm a fighter pilot just before I go to sleep at night. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, Dave. If people wanted to get hold of you and say you sound just like Darth Vader, how would they do it?
You can find me at In Touch with iOS at intouchwithios.com. As we mentioned earlier, Jeff Gammett will be on the show called This Week in iOS. But you also can find me at the Suburban Chicago Apple Users at myseau.org. Actually, Kelly Gamont is actually speaking at our event on this coming Saturday morning.
Nice.
And looking forward to that, as well as I am speaking, and that will have some fun. You also find me on the Mac Show through the British Tech Network on Fridays, usually, depending on if I'm not working or not. And then, of course, Mac Voices Live on Tuesday nights with a guy is on there with me, as well as Chuck Joyner.
Yeah.
And a cast of thousands. It's become quite a thing.
It has.
And we've had
certainly
a lot of fun.
more people watch that than to this.
Yeah, go to youtube.com/Mac Voices TV. He does it on YouTube as well as on Facebook. He streams it on the Mac Voices Facebook page and Twitter and Instagram. I'm on DaveG65. Thank you, Guy.
And if you'd like to get a hold of me, the email address is guy@mymac.com. The Twitter handles are MacParrot and Vert Shark. You can also help support all the things I do by going to patreon.com/ not yet. Wait for it. Patreon.com / MacParrot. Coffee, ko-fi.com / MacParrot, as well as paying a pal over at paypal.me / MacParrot. And of course, besides the Mac to the Future livecast, I also, on occasion, livecast from my car. That is Guy's Daily Drive. You can find that over in iTunes. And of course, the mighty mymac.com podcast that I do with Gazmaz for 10 years now. I can't believe it. Yeah, you want to talk about senior moments? There's lots of them over there on that show. It's crazy. Well, that I think is going to do it for tonight. Thank you all so very, very much for joining us this evening on the Mac to the Future livecast. And we will see you all next time. Dave and Warren, if there was anything that you wanted to say as far as a sign out goes, what would it be?
Hasta la vista, baby.
Okay, yeah, that'll work. Oh, the music stopped.
Oh.
So while we're both here, let's see if
silly.
we can figure out where the hell this echo is coming from.
I just took. Yeah, I'm still doing it. I switched headphones, and I can still hear it. So I switched headphones. I'm on headphones, and
let me mute me. I'm muting me.
Okay.
Hello.
Say something.
Hello?
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I still hear
Check.
myself.
Are you hearing both of us or no echo?
Yeah, no.
There's
I
no
hear
echo.
both echoes on both of you, I think.
Yeah.
I hear echoes.
God, it's so weird that it was happening, that you guys were able to hear it, but nobody else was.
Well, you do have a Behringer mixer coming and a
it's like
ATR 2100 microphone too coming. So,
Yeah.
How big is this mixer?
It was happening. It was happening
huge.
before. It was
It's not that
happening
big.
before he came in.
It's
You
not
were
that
hearing
big.
an echo.
Okay.
It's not big.
All right. I'll play with it this weekend. I'm excited for it. See, there's such a delay. By the time I say something, it takes like 5
Yeah,
minutes
there's
for you to.
something.
Okay. What
something.
about
Sorry,
now?
no.
You still hearing an echo?
Hello, 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 hello. No. Hello. Test 1 2. Test.
Wait.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Yeah, I hear it.
All right. So I don't think it's coming
Hello?
from my gear.
Must
Because
be streaming.
I just changed the
Do you hear me
mix.
live?
Yeah.
Let's do the clap. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
2, 3.
Oh yeah, it's off.
Well, a little bit. Well,
It's off. Yeah.
all right. Let's try it one more time. 1, 2, 3. Now. Oh, please! It's not that bad.
Yeah.
Right now, next thing's gonna be. Are we gonna start the show soon?
I think. Hello. I think it's gone. Whatever you did.
No, I'm still hearing it.
No, you're echoing. But not when I talked. Wait. What am I saying now?
What are you
Let me
saying now?
look at-
Yeah, no, it took. Yeah, it
Check,
took about
check,
5
check,
seconds
1,
for you to
2.
get that.
Just for curious. Well, it can't be. It. You know, the thing is, it can't be my loopback device that I use for this, because then they would be hearing it on the stream, and they're not hearing it on the stream. Frank says he's hearing a slight bleed through echo on Warren's mic.
Yeah, you did switch machines.
I turned it off.
Oh my god, it's even worse now.
Yeah. I didn't switch
No,
machines.
you don't have
I've been
speakers
using my
on, do
own
you?
for-
No,
Wow.
nothing on. Not that I don't think so. Yeah, when I switched to headphones, I saw you freak out because you were hearing my speakers on my display, and then I had to switch it to my headphones.
Okay, my Behringer unit is my output, which is what it's always been.
Frank says he hears me echoing too, so he hears everybody. Everybody's echoing.
Test 1, 2.
It's you.
It's not me. I don't think it's me.
It's StreamYard then.
Could be StreamYard. I'm going to mute you for a minute,
All right.
Dave. 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you hearing an echo now, Warren? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Not.
You're
let me
not
test for
hearing
me.
any?
Hold on.
Okay.
Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Not. I'm testing. No, there's still a delay when now I hear myself. So now I hear myself on an echo. Yep. So there's
Not
like
just
there's
me.
like a 3 or 4
All right,
second delay.
I'm going to mute Warren. Go ahead, Dave.
Test 1 2. No, I still hear myself. Test.
Okay. It's got to be something with StreamYard tonight.
It's gotta be.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can't get this worked out. If
Okay.
it keeps doing this, then I'm gonna drop this and probably just go to Zoom. Even though that's like another
No, we'll work it out. buddy.
$200.
I'll get you in. Don't worry.
Wait, you get an hour for free.
Get 40 minutes for free.
Yeah. Well, Gaz and I have been.
We could do that.
Gaz and I have been
I have an
doing.
account. That doesn't matter. I'll just set up a host for you. I'll make you the host.
Okay, maybe we'll try
can
that
host.
next week. And Frank says he hears a female voice in another room.
We were hearing your family in the background, I think. Is your family close by, Warren?
Not
No.
me.
I wonder if that's bleed from somebody else's show.
Yeah.
See, because I hear it too.
I mean, my wife's in the other room, but she's not being any louder than normal. So,
But she was talking, right?
Because there's other. I mean, my wife is upstairs, but there's
And my wife's downstairs, so I didn't hear her.
I mean, maybe, but that would be a very strong mic on the side because I'm pretty far away from her. So, don't know. She's loud. Let's put it that way.
She's an analyst, right?
She's a CEO or CIO of a company at this point. She's doing all right.
They'll be moving here soon.
Yeah, as soon as they open up.
Yeah. I would be hanging.
In the cold.
Be waiting for it.
Cold there too.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Well, I think we're gonna wrap this up, everyone. Sorry about some of the technical issues we had tonight, but I was hearing like other voices, but it didn't sound like either one of you two as this was all going on.
I did hear voices. I didn't know who it was from.
I think we're having so it's some kind of issue with StreamYard. I think
some bleed over or something.
From
send them a tech support request.
So are we ready to start the show?
yeah.
Let's go.
Welcome everyone.
Hey, on this week's Back to the Future. All right.
That song is.
All right. I'm giving myself a headache by this, so I'm gonna
have a good sleep.
Okay.
All right.
You guys have a good show tomorrow night, and I'll talk to one or both of you on Tuesday.
Jeff.
All right. Remind Jeff that he's still in the doghouse.
Oh, I'm gonna make fun of him at the show.
Okay. Okay. Bye.
See ya.